What's up, everybody? It's another episode of the Weekend Hangover. Unfortunately, the other half of the Weekend Hangover program is still trying to move in South Carolina. I guess it takes almost as long to move there as it does to count votes in Arizona. I'm just saying, right? So there you have it. But we got a guy that our special guest is on tonight, and his name's Marc. Marc, introduce yourself, man. You're some
What's up,
random
guys?
dude.
My name is Mark. Yeah, I'm. My name's Mark. I do obviously a lot of motorcycle stuff content, and I have a YouTube channel that scouts out. So everything I do is based off of mainly motorcycle anything, track days or whatever. But I live out here in California. I get to ride luckily out there with Dustin at track days, and we have a freaking blast, man.
Yeah, we do, man. We do. I mean, you've got a pretty good following there on YouTube, man. I didn't even know. I was like, dude, this guy's like one of my prospect dudes, and he just
Yeah,
rides with us. And I was like, what, dude? You're on YouTube too, man? What the hell?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Kind of
So
funny, man.
yeah. So I mean, obviously, we had the last round of GP a couple of weeks ago, and then there's another one. The final is this weekend. So
Yeah,
what are you thinking there? I mean, Valencia obviously got flooded out, and so they had to relocate it. Thankfully, they didn't just pull the plug on the season. Sorry,
yeah.
guys. It's
Install it.
they were able to
Yeah.
move it, but what are you thinking?
Man, it's definitely a hard one. Like I'm really excited for Martin to win, to be honest with you, and I think that he probably will. Like it's high probability for sure.
I mean, he's got a
So,
24-point gap, dude.
yeah,
Like,
dude.
I
I mean,
mean,
it was he gonna
yeah,
like get 10th and freaking sprint and then crash out of the GP? Like
dude,
it's
it
so
doesn't.
highly unlikely.
You know what's weird is the last couple of weeks, you normally when you see people racing and they're that close to the championship, they kind of ride with a little bit of reserve. But dude, Martin has been
Oh yeah,
riding with like fucking reckless abandon,
right.
dude. Like
Like
he
I'm
is
gonna crash.
just sending it.
Yeah, yeah, freaking all or nothing, man. Like it's funny when you hear like a lot of them will talk about like they just can't ride at that slow pace. They have to give it everything they got, or they will
Dude.
crash. So maybe that's kind of what his deal is, man. But yeah, it's been
Yeah.
pretty crazy watching him just give it hell like that.
I mean, if you watched anybody that watched the last round of GP, I mean, was it like the first 4 laps were just like a knife fight? Like every corner they were
Yeah,
smashing each other every corner, and then it's like, what is this gonna go on the whole race?
yeah,
But
man.
it didn't. I mean, Jorge Martin, it looked like he just was like, okay, this isn't gonna work, and
Yeah,
was like, I'll take second, fuck it. Um, but what do you think, man? Like there's
man.
a
Just watching Marquez back there, just freaking waiting for that to go down, man, was like great.
it's funny that you bring up Marquez because I'm seeing Chunky Buns in the comments. So she's probably gonna scumbag you into some kind of bet for this weekend. And I would
Ah,
advise you. I know you're. You know what? Fuck it. Take it. Take the bet, bro. Like you're a
just send
fan.
it.
You're a fan of Marquez, right? Take the bet, bro. Take
Yep,
the bet.
I'm a fan of Marquez. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say
So,
that.
Ricky Bobby hit me up and he said tonight that he really wants to talk about like who's Marquez gonna help. By the way, can you turn your volume down a little bit?
Oh, am I loud?
Yeah, bro. That's what you ask. That's why you're supposed to use fucking headphones, dude.
Bruh. Am I like double sounding or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here, let me turn my microphone down a little bit so I don't hear myself through your speakers. Anyway,
my bad. How about now?
eh,
Eh?
eh. Yeah. So, I mean, is Marquez gonna come help Pecco, or is he gonna help Martin? That's what
No.
Ricky Bobby wants to know.
In my opinion, no. I think he's just gonna ride his own race, and I think he's gonna give what he can to get on the podium because that's all. That's all I think he'll go for. I don't
Yeah.
think he cares that much.
Yeah. Marquez has kind of had like the solo guy thing for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Like he's not really like he kind of is in it for himself, and that's it, right? I mean,
Yep.
Like he doesn't seem to want to give anything to anybody else. And you know what? That's kind of the way racing should be, I think. Should be like, like I don't know. The team order thing is annoying. Somebody slows down on purpose on the racetrack. It's I don't know. I'd rather see
Yeah.
everybody just go for it. But at the same time, man, it's like, Marquez is gonna ride. He's gonna be teammates with Pecco next season. So
I think
I don't
that's
know.
going to be a very interesting clash.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, where do you think is there anybody besides Marquez? Do you think there's anybody Bastianini maybe? Could be a spoiler.
Yeah, I think he'll do a good job, I think, but I mean, you got to look at him like he's tapped out for the season. He's going to a new bike. Like you could tell he's still got that drive and he's still trying, but
Right.
I don't know. I don't see him up at the top for that. I mean, I
No?
guess it's possible, depending on how it goes with
On any given weekend, the beast could be right there, right?
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so here's one for you. Like, which one of those two guys, Beast or Marquez, which of the two are more likely to do the Karate Kid Johnny sweep the leg move on Martin?
Martin? Oh yeah.
I mean, you're Marquez
I'm gonna
guy.
put Bastianini.
I'm gonna say you're Marquez guy. Like
I know you
like.
are.
Let's see which one of them is notorious for wiping other dudes out.
Yep, he's pretty good at that. There's no doubt Marquez is going to go all in.
Oh yeah, John Wrighty's commenting that Jack Miller does the unthinkable and rides like a winner. That's a bold statement right there, dude.
That is a bold statement.
You know what, man?
I would love to see him get up there.
The weekend prior, dude.
Yep.
Jack Miller had a good weekend, dude. Like he had a good race going until he didn't. He's one of those dudes that it seems like he could on Sunday. There you go, $100.
$100 on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. There you
Chunky
go,
Buns
dude.
wants $100 on Sunday. What if Marquez takes him out?
If Marquez wins, basically, if Marquez doesn't win, you owe her $100.
Marquez ain't gonna win.
Even the Marquez fan knows.
Yeah, I'm a fan, but I know he's not gonna win, man.
I mean, do you though?
He's gonna get third. He's either gonna
is the championship gonna be decided on Saturday or Sunday? You think?
Oh man, I'm gonna bank it on Saturday. It's gonna get decided.
You think
it's gonna
so?
be over 5 points, and it's going to be over.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's probably the best bet there. I mean, it would have to be like one of those days where Jorge Martin just has a terrible Saturday. That doesn't seem to be the case there. I'd like to see what are your predictions if he wins on the Saturday and he's got the title locked up? He doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Do you think he'll have what it takes to take it to Pecco on Sunday? Because he kind of hasn't.
Yeah, he really hasn't pulled off anything on a Sunday, has he?
Pecco's 110 on Sunday.
Just looking at the stats, man, 10-3, 10 first places versus 3, how the hell is he even pulling his way into that? It's just crazy.
Well, if you look at how many crashes Pecco has crashed out on Sundays.
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, it was the first 3 races straight. Yeah. It was like, dude, hang it up.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a whole bunch of crashes. I mean, the stats are just crazy, right? And it looks like, I mean, I'd like to think that maybe it's championship preservation mode, maybe, but it looks like on Sundays between the two, Pecco definitely has Sunday covered.
Yeah, dude, he just lasers it, man. It's like whatever 99% he's not using on Saturday, he finds that 1% on Sunday and he just gets it. It's freaking crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, man, that's like it makes you wonder, it looks like Jorge Martin is I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, if it
Yeah.
It would take a lot for him to not win. Like I don't know what position he has to finish in on Saturday to clinch it, but I mean, if he has over 25 if he has a 26-point lead at the end of Saturday, it's a wrap, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reality, right? So
Yeah. So what's he got to get first, and Pecco's got to get second, or something like that? Aren't they that close? Where it's
dude,
like,
I don't think he has to get first. I think
oh,
Pecco has to get first.
yeah. Oh yeah, to keep it even kind of running.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Pecco has to get first, but dude, I think Jorge could probably lock it up on Saturday without being in first. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's pretty
but
crazy.
the Saturday races, he's kind of owned those, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, somebody's saying that Bagnaia must secure a victory and hope that Martin finishes lower in the standings to overcome the 24-point deficit and clinch a championship.
Yeah.
He hopes
He really
that
just has to.
he's really needing Martin to stay home. That's what he needs.
Yeah.
Right?
Stay home
If
or
Martin
crash.
stays home, Pecco's got it locked.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Or a nice another Ducati malfunction.
Right.
Not that it's
It
been
makes you
happening this
wonder,
year.
though. I mean, I'd like to see if Martin has it, like without the championship, you know, weighing in over his head. If
To see if
he,
he can actually
yeah,
handle the
like
pressure.
if he has the handcuffs taken off, is he gonna be able to send it to the end?
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know, man.
like instead of getting smoked by 2 or 3 seconds at the end.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was pretty weird how he just like completely tanked off at the end of that race. It makes you wonder, like, did he wake up and go, I don't need this, I'm good? Or did he actually
He looked like he was crashing, like
tanked? Yeah.
dude, he was making the mistakes like he's been doing,
Yeah.
and he's getting away with it.
Yeah,
So,
that one right behind Marquez after Marquez ate it. That was a nice little maneuver he had going on there. I was like,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, right at the end too, right? When he ran way wide, looked like he was
Way
losing
wide.
the front, saved it, and had to make this like dramatic swoop to make the right hander after.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd like to see him have what it takes. I don't know if he does. I mean, and the thing is, it's like the dude's moving to Aprilia next year. Like he's gonna bring the number 1 plate to Aprilia.
God, what are
What's he
they?
gonna
Is
do with that?
Aprilia got something hidden that next year they're going to be amazing?
Maybe he's just got a giant check, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
he'll be like the number 1 dude over there, right?
Oh yeah,
Well,
for sure.
I mean,
Best
maybe
Aprilia rider.
Aprilia. Like, does Jorge Martin win the championship or be a threat to the championship on the Aprilia? Maybe.
No.
No.
Yeah.
How come?
We're gonna watch another Marquez story.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. He'll be on top. He'll be a winner.
Why did I not realize that was coming?
Yep. Can't hate on the Marquez, man.
Yeah, you can. But like, I mean,
I know.
the dude's incredible on a motorcycle. He just like he's either super incredible and just destroys everybody, or he destroys everybody in other ways.
Yeah. It's like a little
right?
bulldozer.
Or himself. I mean, how many races has that dude crashed out this year?
Jesus.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot, man. And he definitely doesn't have his knee, elbow, keep him up little freebie as much as he used to anymore.
Well, he's getting older, man.
Yeah. No,
he's not getting away with shit anymore. It's like,
yeah.
that shit catches up with you every once in a while, like, I mean, he got away with murder forever. I mean, those long tuck the front forever saves, and somehow he didn't crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what got me into, back in the day, like watching that dude. That's what really got me into it. Back in the day. I know it's not back in the day. Marquez is young, but
talking about Marquez like back in the day.
Like it was old school, like Rossi era.
At the end of Rossi era? Come on, man.
Yeah, at the end of Rossi era.
Back in the day. Like, I
Wouldn't
mean,
that have been cool to see them both at their prime though?
I don't like to use the show as a history lesson show, so I'll just let you slide. But like, yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, Yeah, he is getting older. Marquez is getting older. So, the stuff that he was getting away with in his early 20s, he ain't getting away with that shit in his 30s, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but the thing is that amazes me about that dude is that he seems to look like he's down to throw the risk that others aren't.
All
If
the
the
time.
thing's not there, he tries to make it go there anyway. And
Mhm.
if it works, he's on the box and looks like a hero. And if it doesn't, he's on the ground on his face, sometimes with somebody with him.
Yeah, making a little collection, little pile of motorcycles.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm seeing comments about the boxing match stuff. John Righty, come on, bro. Like, we're not going to talk about. Yeah. No, not doing that. Not
I
mentioning
like
that.
that. We're 31 years old.
Yeah. Cough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super old. Super old.
31. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys are aliens, I mean, Marquez is a special kind of alien, and it's like, man, if the factory bike is that much different, you're right. I mean, he's gonna be. I mean, he's kind of a threat now, I mean, if he didn't
Yeah.
crash his brains out, he'd be higher up too, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that being said, which of the two are gonna get third in the championship? It's gonna be Beast.
Marquez is going to get third.
Is he?
Yeah.
Provided he doesn't. Well, he's got to finish the race first, right? So
I don't think he's going to give it everything he's got because I think he'll be happier to walk out,
you
move
don't
on to the
think
next.
Marquez is gonna in what world does Marquez not give everything he's got?
In the, I want to say in the underpowered zone with the. I mean, you could just see the difference between the 23 and 24. Like,
Yeah, the
in my
24 bike
opinion.
does definitely look like it's got a little something. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if it's the electronics or if it's got a little bit more, but
It's just like all around her. It just seems like it has a little bit more to offer for the rider.
yeah.
But
Yeah, Cody Krager, thank you for bringing that up, dude. Yeah, Marc did get third at Catalunya earlier this year, and the Bastianini got 18th. So that's probably
yeah.
good looking out, Cody.
And what will his excuses be if he's not on that factory bike kicking ass? Yeah, that'll be a good one next year to find out.
Yeah, Chunky Buns is queued up. She's probably got the memes already made.
Yep.
Right.
I'm gonna have a lot of them tomorrow. The Marquez fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll find out this weekend, right? I mean, it's a lot though. I mean, it's crazy that so much of the U.S. on the East Coast got all the flooding and all the hurricane stuff, and then Valencia had the floods too. Man, like I've never heard of it flooding in Spain like that. Have you? I reached out to Xavi and I didn't hear back, and I was like, dude, I hope that guy's okay. Xavi's like from there,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I hope you're okay.
Yeah, that's a good dude. I'm glad he got that super bike freaking ride this year. That's badass.
Yeah, I mean, he's I guess he's doing the British Superbike next year, maybe, or is he? Yeah.
Yeah, BSB.
Yeah, like he was talking about it raining and like trying to ride a super bike without all the nanny shit in the rain.
Oh crap. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because the British Superbikes, they don't have all the stuff that we have here.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, Chunky Buns says she's in Facebook jail. Chunky Buns, what did you do? Talk politics?
Uh-oh.
Right? No, like the only people that go to Facebook jail talk on politics on social media.
Religion and politics. Run.
Yeah, like if you're a Christian or a conservative and you talk shit on the internet about those things,
yeah,
like automatic.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure Chunky Buns, if she wanted to reach out to me and give me her contact info to send you so you could send her money at the end of the weekend, I can make that happen.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So let's see. For crashing, for crashing in July, October, and November, he's doing pretty good. Yeah, I mean, Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of crashing, man. And it, dude, it could happen this weekend too. Like one of those two guys could be out and that'd be it, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is like that's the only way I see Marquez getting up there is one of those guys is going to eat it, and he's going to slide his way up there. I think he has something for the beast. I don't think he has a damn thing for Bagnia.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Bagnaia just kind of always brings something extra on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's kind of up and down, mostly down on Saturday, I think. I don't think he's winning a lot of those. He's
Which
winning
is super
some.
weird. Like what's the difference for him on a sprint versus an actual race?
Well,
Like,
isn't the bike quite a bit different on Saturday than on Sunday? Like, isn't the tank lighter and less fuel and more power, probably? Right?
yeah,
I don't
and they're
know.
giving it everything they got. Like they're on a qualification every single lap.
Right.
Like, yeah,
Yeah, Martin's life in the hangar. He's gonna make the trip to Chuckwalla Thanksgiving to ride for the first time. Is he in for a treat? Martin's life in hangar, dude. I'm not at Chuckwalla that weekend, buddy. I don't know what those guys are doing out there, but we're gonna be at Buttonwillow that weekend.
yeah, we're gonna be at Buttonwillow.
Yeah, the 20th annual Turkey Days event. We have all sorts of stuff going on out there.
Yeah,
So, you know,
and we'll have decent weather, which is awesome where we live.
you know what, man? I was just talking about this with Chili this past Saturday.
No.
This past Saturday, I went to the retirement party for Les Phillips, the guy that was the president of Buttonwillow, like the founder guy, right? And Les on the way there, dude. Les lives in San Luis Obispo, and no shit, dude. Like I'm having like cycling tour flashbacks all the way there, right? I called up Chili because he did the tour with me, and I was like, dude, we've been gypped. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he says, I just tell him, like, we did the tour and we were freezing our asses off and wearing jackets and shit the whole way. And you know, I go to San Luis for Les's retirement party, and it's beautiful and like 75. I'm like,
Damn it.
dude, we got to get back out here, bro. Like it's so. I don't know how we got gypped out of that, but the weather out here has been just absolutely insane. Like I'm hoping that
No.
holds for Turkey Days, but one good thing about the event is that much like this past one, its attendance is up, man. Like, it's like, wow, as a track org guy myself, like having entries show up and like have a solid group, I'm like, yeah, you know, like being positive in the bank account instead of negative every time, you know? So Turkey Days, we're gonna do we're gonna do like a Box O'Toole giveaway that Sunday. Good question, Cody. When's Attack gonna have their first test? You know what? Mark and I were gonna talk about some MotoAmerica stuff. The first test in this, it's actually in the beginning of December. Oh, look, Mark's gone. I don't know what happened to him. The first weekend of December, or first week sometime in December, Attack Yamaha will be testing. I know Jake Gagne's coming. I know he's had that procedure done and gotten rid of. I guess he had a bunch of scar tissue or something in his hand. I don't know, but like, so I guess he's gonna be he's gonna be ready, and then whoever the other guy is, whoever that is, and I'm smiling because like I'm involved in that team and I have no idea. And Richard Edwards did shit. And you know what? I mean, I'll be there and I'll have some cameras and stuff. So whoever it is, everybody will probably know by then. So I'm guessing. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how much talk happens in the off season. So that's how that goes. Jordan Long says Jake's wrist was needed to have. Yeah, dude. I guess it was nasty in there. Like he had no feeling in his hand or anything like that. So,
Didn't he
yeah.
get that a few months ago?
Dude, he's had gazillions procedures done over the years. He's one of those dudes that, like, I guess he's got like this thing where abnormal growth of scar tissue, I guess, somehow.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Interesting.
it's very strange. So
That sucks.
I don't know. Yeah, we could just put it. We've joked about putting everything on the other side, like that Dunlop dude in Isle of Man. Like, oh, let's put his brake lever and shit on the other side. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right?
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm really rooting for that guy because, man, it'd be sure awesome to see a healthy Jake smash it again.
Big time. That was a big loss this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in testing, he looked fast. I mean, he looked fast, and then we went to Road Atlanta, and he was still fast, but he was like, dude, the arm pump the arm pump stuff got him right away.
Damn.
I don't know. I mean, I hear Road Atlanta's like arm pump city. People call it arm pump city. I'd like to try it just to see it myself, but it looks fun.
Yeah.
Right. But after that, the arm pump thing just kicked his ass the whole season, basically. So I think he made the right call to stop, before the season ended and get it sorted so he could come out swinging at the test and be ready for round one. So
yeah, I agree.
Which isn't until April, so he's got some time, but he's got a bunch of testing and stuff that he's got to do and get, no rest at Road Atlanta, but on the back straight apparently. Is that accurate?
Yeah, okay. I could see that.
Yeah, it looks like fun though. Like, I mean, it looks exciting.
Like our Button Willow, we're just constant.
No, dude, it's like fast, really fast, and massive elevation difference. Like it's it's like an up and down kind of thing, and back and forth at a high rate of speed, back up and down the gearbox. It's nuts.
Yeah,
it looks nuts.
G-force going down constantly.
Yeah, like I was with my dad last year in a golf cart, and I was like, holy shit, this place is huge. I was like, dude, on TV it doesn't look that big, but when you go there, it's like, holy shit, this place is huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 2 little rests on the front straight, and from turn 5 to 6. So, whatever that is. I don't know the numbers there. I just kind of up the top of the hill and down the other side, and
Yep. Go around a little twisty thing and send it.
The twisty thing, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, have you heard anything else about the musical chairs that's kind of gone on? I'm hearing rumors about a bunch of different teams maybe gonna ride the R9.
Yep. Very excited for that one.
I don't know who's riding what though.
We talking America, or are we talking
no
GP?
MotoAmerica? Like I don't know who's riding what. I mean, I really don't.
I have no idea. I cannot wait to see that R9 out there and what they're going to do with it. I think that's going to be amazing. Just seeing what they're doing with the SPK bike looks pretty badass.
Yeah, the World Super Sport bike that they've been testing. Yeah, it looks legit.
Yeah,
looks legit. But yeah, I don't really know who's going to ride what. I mean, I said, I've heard there's a couple of teams that are moving to the R9. Some of them may be moving from Suzuki equipment to Yamaha equipment. But yeah, like I've heard Blake Davis has a ride on one of them.
I could see that.
But I've heard all sorts of stuff. I mean, and then obviously there's other stuff too, like the stock 1,000 guys. Like, does Uribe still have a ride? Yeah.
Does he come back? Yeah.
I think he's coming back. I'd like to think Uribe's coming back.
That would be cool. That dude's good.
I hope those Orange Cat dudes come back. I sure like to see those guys. I had old dude on the show on the last one, I think, right? The guy from Orange Cat. So
Dave, right? Dave Bond?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully that's the case there. And then, as far as the other teams go, I don't know. I mean, I did see, there was that announcement a while back that Richie Escalante is going to I think it's Richie Escalante and Tyler Scott. I think
Okay.
they're with M4, but I don't know. Like, is Tyler Scott Super Sport and Richie's Superbike, or is Tyler Scott going to Superbike? I don't know. I don't know what their deal is there, but yeah, it was kind of. I thought it was interesting because M4 had like a whole bunch of like they had like
Yeah.
a fleet.
Yeah. A fleet
So,
ready to go.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know where those other dudes are going, but where do you? What have you heard?
I've heard very little about next year and where people are going, to be honest with you. Like I've been so focused, like because of last year trying to do the whole twins thing myself. Like I'm so focused on that and watching those guys. I generally usually watch a lot of the uh, top boys there in Super Sport, and then the twins, and then I'll fall back on Super Sport after that. But
Hmm.
yeah, I'm not quite sure where a lot of those guys are going, or at least from what I've been kind of looking around. But I think that's pretty badass to see the R7s go in there and seeing those guys actually try and build a crew out of it.
The R9, you mean?
Yeah, the R9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
the R6.
I saw you're in R7. You're like one of them YouTube vlogger guys, right? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're like riding around with the microphone and a camera in your helmet and
Yep.
talking. Okay. Like how does that work exactly? Like you were asking like how do you talk to yourself on a podcast for however long, but like you're doing
Right.
it in your helmet, like
I know, just sitting there all by myself, just riding along, talking away. I know. My wife laughs all the time. She always wants to see some of the extra footage where like it's not a video to see like what kind of, random dumb shit I might say.
mm,
But it's kind of funny, man. But
yeah,
yeah, no,
like
I mean, you just
yeah.
come up with some kind of whatever you want to talk about that day and just kind of try and go for it. Or if it's specifically like I always like narrow towards something like I want to install this part, what's it like, how did it work, or a review on a motorcycle. Like I like the fact that some of us that maybe ride on the track, maybe ride bikes from R1s all the way down, and getting that perspective of somebody who can hop on a Ninja 400 or something like that and could talk about it without like downgrading it because it's not an R1 or it's not an R6 or it's not an R7 or whatever the case may be. Like I
Right.
enjoy the fact that I can take any motorcycle and kind of like you know pull the enjoyment out of it and try and share like the ergonomics of it. What does it feel like to ride that motorcycle? And I think that's kind of like a neat aspect of it. So that's kind
Right.
of where it would come from for like just the BSing while you're riding. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Cody Krieger is talking about Twins Cup. Twins class allows bikes up to like 20 years old, he thinks. Is that I don't know. I haven't read the MotoAmerica rules for that particular class, but that twins
Yeah,
class is crazy. It's like,
it is. It is.
those twins bikes start life as like budget commuter piles of
Yep.
shit. And
With terrible suspension.
yeah, dude, like the most budget, and then
Yep.
next thing you know, there's like $100,000,
Yep.
twins cup bike. It's like, dude, it's like a
Yeah.
nuclear arms race in that class. And those things are getting every year, those things seem to be getting quicker and quicker, you know? Like
Yeah. That's kind of the bad part. 'Cause,
The Yamahas are
yeah.
quick and the Aprilias are quick. And I guess that Suzuki thing, whatever,
Oh,
whatever,
the
the new
GSX
SV
8R.
thing, the new SV thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Like they
The
can
new
call it
SV thing.
whatever, dude. It's still the SV. Shut up.
Yeah. It's still kind of ugly. But
It's an
yeah.
SV, dude. Like the
Yeah.
GS8 something, right? Yeah. So that thing, I
GS8R.
mean,
GSX 8R. Yeah.
yeah, GSX. They gotta add the X there. Yeah, that's
Yep.
right. That's right.
It wouldn't be a
Fuck is
real
that?
Jixer thing if it didn't have the X in there.
Right. Yeah. So the GSX8 thing, that thing seems quick in that class too. I mean, with the
Yeah.
right loose nut on the seat, any of those things has a chance to win, right?
Yeah. I think for me, it was like real frustrating because I never really put any extra power into my R7. But like out there racing against the RS, 660, like you have no chance. Like just on the straightaways, they're just
Oh,
gone.
you're
Like,
running a stalker, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
much.
they're
Yeah.
probably not, right?
Yeah, I know a lot of them aren't, but even the ones that were stock, they were still just destroying me.
Yeah. So
I
do
mean,
you
you're
think?
talking 30
Do you think?
horsepower just up
Well, do you
front.
think all of that is horsepower, or do you think some of that is
No, skill of writing.
corner exit?
Skill of writing.
Your
Yeah.
gearing was off. That's what it was. Your gearing
Oh,
was off.
definitely. Yes, I had the wrong chain and sprockets and gear.
Yeah,
Yes, correct.
yeah. Your gearing
Yeah,
was off.
yeah, totally. Oh.
I mean, dude, like should we bust out the excuse book? Let me see if I got it here somewhere.
Yeah, I know. I got one somewhere here.
It's like a binder.
Yeah.
Like, right? Yeah. Somebody's saying an average Joe says he wants to see more MotoE stuff. Really?
MotoE? No way. Well, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing we have to move forward with.
Like, is the racing good? Cool, but does it sound good? Like, it sounds like remote control cars. Like, I don't know, man.
It's like you just put it on in the background and you watch the race and you enjoy it, but you turn it down and do something else.
I mean, like I said, dude, I'm into racing, and I helped start a race club that had an E-Class. I didn't want the E-Class, but we got it anyway. We had some e-bikes come out,
Really?
But not very many.
Yeah.
Like 3. So, but if the MotoE thing, I mean, if that thing goes and the racing is good, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But do I want to watch it?
It's like the Teslas. When you go out there to Buttonwillow like the day prior and you're watching all the cars race and it looks all badass, and you see this little Tesla just fly by everything. And it's not making any sound.
I don't care about that. I mean, I don't know. Like, for me, part of the racing stuff is the sound of it, and electric stuff still sounds like remote control cars to me.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
It's just...
Does that mean it's bad? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna ride the stuff that makes noise until I can't.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm gonna keep using my generator as long as I can.
Yes.
And when I buy an e-bike, I'll probably have a generator because I got to charge.
Yeah, there's the local bicycle shop. There's the anti-e-bike bike club T-shirts.
Oh God, I have an e-mountain bike, and it's absolutely hilarious how many people complain about that. Like, I mean, yeah, it's kind of cheating. I could get up the hill real fast and get more downhill in, but I mean, dude, we're all out there riding a bike. Who cares? Like,
right. Yeah, people are still shitting on your Echo, by the way.
Oh no,
we gotta deal with it, dude. Homie doesn't have headphones, so.
Okay, hold on, man. Let me figure this out.
Okay, we're gonna do tech support 40 minutes into this
I'm
thing,
calling
dude.
in tech support right now. Average Joe, what do you have for me?
I'm gonna reduce your background noise. I don't know what that did. Okay, well, he's messing around with his speaker shit, so I don't know what he's doing, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I saw Uribe was riding that light fighter bike, John. And that light fighter bike is a goddamn missile. Like, that thing is, if you look at that thing up close, holy smokes, like, whoever that is has done a bunch of work on it to make it do what it does. And I know Troy, who does Troy work for now? Troy Seahan, I don't know who he works for. He's one of those magazine dudes. But Troy raced that thing a ton as well. And let's see if Marc's back.
How's that now?
I can still hear myself in your. That's why you use headphones, dumbass. But yeah. Support the channel so I can send him a microphone and a set of headphones. He's a YouTube vlogger guy. Like, they don't use headphones. They just put the speaker in their helmet and roll, right? He's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, right to death. We've been working on it, man. I think he needs to turn the volume down and put headphones on, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's like repeating myself. Wow. I love the level of professionalism of this show, with or without Ricky Bobby, is still. I think it's me. Wow. What's LMBO? He's echo, echo, echo. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Who's on the super sport version of what, John? Oh, look. The guy's got headphones. Hold them up, dude. Show everybody your headphones. And I told you to plug in before you joined the show. Oh, so John's saying that the Troy's light fighter bike was the super sport version of the light fighter. Oh, well, dude, the one Troy was riding was a fucking missile. Are you telling me that the Uribe light fighter is even faster? What? Okay, now I didn't know that. I didn't know those guys had multiple versions of that bike rolling around. I thought it was just the one bike that dude was working on, like a garage project, you know. Chris McGuire, call him. So anyway, yeah, I don't know who's riding what or where next year. I mean, I know that the attack program is rolling, and I know that Gagne is supposed to be there. And Chris McGuire, I will call you after the podcast is over.
How about now?
Oh, look at that! I don't hear myself anymore. What?
Sweet. So
Jesus
sorry.
Christ, dude.
I never heard myself.
I said to use headphones.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Dustin, there you go. Get on an attack bike.
Yeah.
Do some stock 1000.
Yeah, the geezer class that has an arm that doesn't work. Yeah.
Send it.
Yeah, it's this is still silly season for MotoAmerica. It looks like all the rides in GP and all the musical chairs there has happened, right?
Yeah.
We kind of know all that stuff. MotoAmerica, it's like some people sit on their news forever. You know, there's lots of rumors going around. You know, there's writers calling. There's writers calling me like I fucking know anything. I know nothing. Like I talk shit on the internet, dude, but I don't know anything. Like,
yeah,
I know everything
they keep
know.
That shit. Yeah, they keep that definitely nice and hush hush for sure. Like even last year, I kind of felt the same way where I didn't really know what was going on until it was that time, you know.
Yeah, Cody does bring up a good point. Silly season in MotoAmerica kind of ends about halfway through the season. That's kind of true,
Everyone's
right?
fighting for a ride,
dude. It's crazy. I mean, I've heard some stuff. It's like, oh, you know what? Let's take these two guys and let them race for the ride. Like I've heard some of that. I don't know if any of that
really.
I don't know if any of that stuff's going on, but I've been hearing some of that stuff.
Wow.
You know? Yeah. Some rides won't fill a seat until the last minute, like Matthew on the R6 this year, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like what's going to happen with Matthew? Like he won the championship pretty handily, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, somebody doesn't want to pick him up back into Superbike.
Is he going to be on a Superbike next year, or is he going to be on an R9 to defend his one plate? I don't know.
I would bank on that, honestly. Just, I don't know. As much as I loved watching Matthew, Scholes was one of my favorite to watch out there. And I mean, just seeing over the years of just the struggle and the effort, he just never really kind of got there. You know, I don't really know what held him back or what kind of kept him from getting there, but I don't see him hopping up again this year. Just personal obvious opinion.
And I saw a comment earlier too about the Superbike Unlimited's R1 Superbike. So word on the street is that thing's going to be on the grid all year instead of just like a one-off thing. But I don't know who's going to run that. Is Ben Smith going to ride that? I'd like to think so. I'd hope so. For his sake.
But
I think that'd be a good opportunity for somebody like Ben, but who knows? I mean, could be Skoltz riding that thing, right?
Yeah,
Could be, I don't know. Who else is available? Like musical chairs, you never know, right?
yeah.
So, um, but yeah, like I agree with you on that. Like I think Skoltz deserves a superbike ride somewhere, but I don't know
Oh, definitely.
what rides are available. And in superbike, I don't know who's going where, right? Like
Yeah.
I've heard rumors, I don't know anything, but I've heard rumors. I've heard JD is moving somewhere else next year. Um I've heard Bobby Bong's looking for a ride. I've heard Rocco's name mentioned a bunch with a bunch of different stuff. You know, baggers, stock thousand,
Yeah.
like all the bullshits that you hear. It's like, I'm I don't know. I just know what I've heard, but
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing Rocco hop up in there.
oh, on a
I mean, he's
super
still
bike.
pretty young. Yeah. But he's good.
Well, Rocco's kind of he's one of those dudes that like has kind of proven that he can ride and adapt to
Anything.
just about anything.
Yeah.
I think he does need to work on his rain stuff a bit.
He's young, right? He's still pretty damn
Yeah,
young.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
still like what 20? Is he 20 now? I don't even.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I mean, I've also heard, I keep hearing Honda's gonna race Superbike, but then I've heard they're not.
God, that'd be great.
Yeah,
I would love to see Honda get back in there.
I think it would be awesome to see everybody on the grid.
Yeah.
Ducati, Honda.
Suzuki, bring it, man. Yeah.
Get Kawasaki to dust off their green purse. Like that, and then
Yeah.
be nice to see those guys back on the grid. Dude, MV Augusta, they're in super sport. Melissa had a program this
Yeah.
year, right? With that I forget the dude's name, but they were they were competitive, top 10 kind
Yeah.
of,
They got out
right?
there. They were getting it. Yeah. I was pretty shocked to see that out there. I mean, I don't know much about MV Augusta, but yeah,
Right.
it's good to see the extra bikes out there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know Debrino did one the year before, and like he did it basically on his own.
Yeah.
And it's tough, especially if you're racing a bike that like you're kind of also developing at the same time.
Yeah. Without factory support, well, any kind of real support,
Yeah,
really, I would think.
yeah,
Like,
no
how
shit,
do you even
right?
get parts for that damn thing? Like,
I know.
yeah.
Order them from Europe well in
Yeah.
advance and many spares, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and Cody's pointing out there's a couple of Triumphs out there as well. I mean, I don't know what the status is of those things. I know
Yeah, I'm
Ricky
surprised.
Bobby is the Triumph guy in the Weekend Hangover thing, and he's not
Yeah.
here. So like,
Triumphs are badass. That would be awesome to see that 765. Even that old 675 was a
I think they're
legit bike.
doing like the way Ricky Bobby tells it is like the super sport version is basically like the street triple one, not the
Yeah.
765 one. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't know.
That would be cool. That was a good platform.
Yeah, Tamburini and Aiden Sneed. That's right. That's who was riding Melissa's bikes. And yeah, I mean that Tamburini dude was not fucking around. Like, I mean, it's a competitive field and privateer effort. That guy top 10 is pretty strong, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And he was from where was he from? Like he was from overseas, right? Like he
Yeah,
was just a
yeah,
last minute entry.
yeah.
Good dude. Yeah. That was
Yeah, I
cool.
mean, I don't know the guy's biography, but
Yeah.
that he rode well, and Sneed, he was like a little bike guy, I think he did the R3 thing for Melissa too, and so moving up to a super sport bike, that's a big jump for him, and he probably did all right, you know. So, um, yeah. So, what do you think about the
That's
top
true.
pro thing? What do you think about the top pro thing?
I mean, they got good people, they got good bikes, they have good backing. It like they did good this year. It was nice to watch. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I saw their rig when I went to Texas last year, 2023, and I didn't know who these guys were. I just see this
yeah.
giant rig, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is?" Like, it was like one bike, I think it was just for Alex, right?
Sweet.
I'm like, wow, bro, like you're, and so I thought, like, I had this perception. Gil and I were talking shit at the barbecue joint, and it's like, oh yeah, those guys are probably like local Texas,
Yeah.
CMRA badasses, and he just
Yep.
like rolls out like, here, let me club race my mushroom print on everybody, right? But
Hmm.
talking to Alex, the guy that runs that place, I mean, dude, they're very ambitious and they're very motivated, like the team switched on really quick.
Freaking awesome.
And
Yeah.
they came in and dude, they had I mean, it was like every class, dude. It's like, it looked like their effort was like Altus back in the
Yeah.
day, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's right.
and Altus was running Twins Cup and Junior Cup and everything,
Yeah.
right? Like stock thousands, super sport, everything, right?
Yep.
So they're doing that. And I mean, they're doing super bike at a high competitive level, super
Hmm.
sport competitive level, the Twins Cup stuff. I mean, dude, they're
They're
badass.
all in. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
I heard that STK is going to stay there, but then I heard he's looking. So I don't know.
Oh,
Jeremy Toy wouldn't tell me. I was like trying to scumbag him hard, and he was like, nah, dude.
damn. I
Yeah.
hope he stays. SDK. Yeah, he's good, man. And he
Yeah.
definitely did good for that team.
Oh,
That's for
100%.
sure.
But you could see the team put forth massive effort too.
Oh
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, it wasn't a one-way show. It wasn't I found this ringer. Like they were all in. Like everyone
Yeah.
was.
And it's like, dude, how do you come out swinging like that? You know? How do you
Yeah.
come out swinging like that out of nowhere?
From no
Well,
team,
I mean,
no nothing, just
it seems like the top pro dudes overall, with a few exceptions, are people that those guys are just friends with and stuff. And you know what?
yeah.
I mean, Jeremy, I think Jeremy does a good job with STK, and STK and him kind of have a working relationship that's been going on for a while. I do think it's pretty cool that the old man rode for them and got on the box.
Yeah. Yep. That was pretty
The
badass.
worm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a heads up, another lesson again. If you want to talk about back in the day, that guy wasn't there. That guy was there.
That guy was there.
Gary
Yeah.
Pegram was there back in the day.
Hmm.
Marquez was
Yeah.
probably not
No.
even born
Yep.
yet then.
Yeah. He's
So
probably a 2000 baby anyway, right?
something like that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's how that goes. I mean, yeah, and Tamburini, I guess world Superbike in 2022. But he came from 125s, whatever, whatever
Hmm.
that is. So
Yeah.
um well, you know what, Mark? I think it's been a good show. We missed Ricky Bobby tonight. Hope his move
Yeah.
sorts itself out. And we'll get him back. And thanks for jumping in and taking the reins. And,
Yeah.
even though you didn't listen to me and I had to
Yeah.
scumbag you the whole time about your fucking headphones.
That's
But
fair. Yeah.
yeah. So when's the next time you ride?
Turkey Days.
Ah, good man.
Hmm.
Me too, oddly enough.
What?
You know what,
Yeah.
dude? Like anymore, my rides are mostly 2-up rides now.
I know. It's funny as hell to watch you. I
So weird.
recorded a couple of them you did last track day. I was like, man, he's like, you could tell you're like into it, and you could see those people like they're having a blast, man. They're having a blast. They're loving it.
Yeah, I mean it's something I like to share the sport, And so
Yeah,
like if I can help show people a good time, they'll keep coming back maybe.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So you know what? I'm gonna put a link to Mark's YouTube in the description of this video after this podcast is over. So be on the lookout for that in the next day or so. And then also please share, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And or as Ryan from Horsepower Rodeo says, mash all the buttons,
Yeah, all those
right?
buttons. Push all those things.
Yeah, and if you're here in Southern California, I hope to see you guys at Button Willow at the end of the month. It's nearly sold out. Um, and I'm loving saying that because I haven't said that since Biden got elected. So it's kind of nice, right? So anyway, thank you guys for watching this thing and appreciate you guys, and catch you guys on the next one.
Awesome. Have a good night.